What was the medieval open field system? Imagine living in a village where everyone shares the land and works together to grow food. That was the main idea behind the medieval open field system. It was a common way farmers organized their land during the Middle Ages in Europe. Instead of each farmer having a big, private farm, the land was divided into many narrow strips. These strips were spread across large fields, sometimes several hundred acres each. Each peasant or tenant farmed a few strips, which were scattered throughout the fields. This meant no one owned a single, large piece of land but shared it with others. The fields were usually divided into 2 or 3 parts. Farmers would plant crops on one part while leaving another part fallow, or unplanted, to let the soil regain its nutrients. This method was called crop rotation. In the 2-field system, one field was planted while the other rested. Later, the 3-field system was introduced, which allowed farmers to rotate crops among 3 fields, making farming more efficient. Besides crops, villagers also shared grazing land where they could let their animals like cows, sheep, and pigs roam freely. These common areas were called commons and were used by everyone in the village. The open field system was closely linked to the feudal system. Lords owned the land but allowed peasants to farm small strips of it. The peasants had rights to their strips and the common land, often passing these rights down to their children. In return, they paid rent or provided labor to the lord, especially on the lord's own land, called the domain. The local manorial court, run by the lord or his steward, made sure everyone followed the rules and settled disputes. This system supported mixed farming. Peasants grew crops like wheat, oats, and barley, and raised animals such as cows, sheep, pigs, and chickens. They often kept some animals near their homes in small enclosed spaces called crofts. The produce they grew was mainly for their own use, but they also sold surplus at nearby markets. Over time, as towns grew and land became more valuable, farmers started to enclose their fields into private plots. This change gradually replaced the open field system after the 15th century. Still, this system played a big role in shaping medieval rural life, creating a community-based way of farming that balanced work, land use, and social ties.